Tonight's council meeting will begin in 30 seconds. Tonight's council meeting will begin in 30 seconds.
This meeting of the Oak Park City Council is called to order. City Clerk Ed Norris, please call the roll.
Mayor McClellan.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Radner. Councilmember Burns. Councilmember Rich. Councilmember Weiss. Madam Mayor, we don't have quorum. We have no quorum tonight.
Thank you. Thank you so much. This is kind of unusual, but there are two things that we can do without voting on them. And one is hearing from people who have objections to any of the billing that they received. And second is comments from anyone in the audience. So I'm going to read something quite official to you to explain what's going on tonight. Pursuant to Section 7.5 of the Home Rule Charter of the City of Oak Park, Michigan, captioned Quorum, Adjournment, due to the absence of a quorum for the transaction of business this evening, we will be adjourning this meeting to this Wednesday, the 8th of May, at 7:00 p.m. However, we have previously notified the owners or parties with an interest in certain properties to be assessed concerning the public hearing regarding special assessment resolutions. We're going to open that hearing this evening so that anyone here who would like to speak can speak. Many people are at the back table and are turning in their objections in writing rather than speaking at the meeting. We don't want to inconvenience any of these people, so we are holding this small section of the meeting. Once everyone present wishing to do so has had an opportunity to make their statement on the record, we'll continue the public hearing to Wednesday, May 8th at 7:00 p.m. or as soon thereafter as the hearing may be continued. Those attending this evening's meeting may choose to wait may speak tonight or may choose to wait till Wednesday to speak if they prefer. Or they may speak at both meetings. We will now open the public hearing. The public hearing is open. Are any of the people who came tonight with objections interested in speaking? Is anyone interested in speaking at the public hearing? Anyone interested in speaking? We will, please welcome. You are welcome to speak at the public hearing if you would like to explain your objection. You can just give your objection in writing to the people at the table in the back hall. Because of a kind of a quirk, there isn't a quorum tonight. These people just came in, so we're explaining again. There isn't a quorum tonight, so we're postponing the meeting till Wednesday. But if you have any objections to the little postcard that you got in the mail, you can either talk to the people at the table and they will investigate, or if you prefer, you can come up to the microphone, give your name and address, and explain your objection on camera. Please come up. Give us your name and address, and in about 3 minutes, give us your issue. And I just want to assure you that if you post an objection personally or at the table, our department, our building department, investigates it very carefully. And so you can be assured that they will look into it. You will get a letter about what they determine. Sometimes they continue the fee and the additional fee. Sometimes they dismiss it. So you have nothing to lose by filing an objection.
Thank you.
Give us your name and address.
My name is Merlin Taylor. Address is 15161 Kenwood and 15160 Kenwood.
And what's the nature of your issue?
Your Honor, last year we had concrete repair. My wife and I, we occupied both dwellings, 15161 and 15160 Kenwood. At which time, I believe it may have been April or the month of May, that I didn't receive notification that the repairs would be made in the year 2018. Now, I contacted the city in 2017 regarding any notification or anything that the city can do regarding sidewalk repair. This was an inquiry as to what can be done, an inquiry only. However, I did not receive any information in 2017. In 2018, again, when the city came out to assess, I reckon, and they put barricades in areas where supposedly it should have been repaired or it will be repaired. I did contact the city several times, and I received information that, well, this is a response to your complaint and that this is what we're going to do. It was not a complaint, it was just an inquiry. Now, Your Honor, I could have easily contacted someone to do cement repair, or I could allow the city to make the repairs. However, I did not receive any notification regarding that. The notification was, well, you made that call and now it's time to make these repairs. And you have those, say so in the matter because it's in the charter, I believe. I argued a point for, several times until the director had come out, and nice gentleman, by the way, to remedy the problem. However, there were other fines assessed because it was not properly, I guess, assessed at that time, and I wound up being assessed more than the original repairs. The boundary lines, I think, is off, and the concrete, well, I'll get to the concrete repair people. So at that time, I told them I don't mind making repairs, but in the way it was handled in such a way that I was not properly informed, contacted the city to no avail, it seems though I got no help whatsoever. But again, the person who came out, I think it was the one responsible for assessing the fines, informed me that this is what they do, and apologized for the non-communication at that time. When the assessment was done, repairs were made, it was improper. I pointed out several repairs that were not repaired properly, and yet and still those repairs were not made. Now, these fines were assessed so much to the point where if I, as a citizen, would come out and tell them that, as I done, inquire about it, then they would come out and do whatever they have to do regarding making repairs. My complaint was, when the repairs were made, that it was improper. There were areas where cement there were indents, and also city charter, I guess, in the city charter says that any repair that's not done a quarter size, it should have been done or should be done. Or any cracks, any holes, they were not done properly, and this is the new repair. Also, Your Honor, when they were finished with the repair or with the cement, it was not properly barricaded, whereas several people walked on it. I called up here. They came out perhaps 30 minutes to an hour later and did some kind of, I guess, smooth over, but you can clearly see the footprints in there. And when it rains, well, you get the puddles of water. There's puddles of water in areas where the cement were repaired, several puddles. And I have proof. I have pictures I can show you, if you like.
Can I ask you if you have explained all of this to the gentleman at the desk in the outside hall?
Sure. Is my time up?
No, no,
Okay.
no.
All right.
If you have more to say. But I just want to make sure that what your objections are noted down.
Okay.
And that the gentleman in the building department who is going to look into this, they look into it very carefully.
Okay.
And I just want to make sure that the people at the table understand what your issues are.
Yes, and those are my issues. And I'd like to address a couple more things. So when those issues came about, when I told him that it was not done properly, or one of the guys at the building department, he did come out and he looked at it and he did say, well, there's some repairs need to be made. However, the concrete company did come back out and made the slight repairs, such as there's a slab that should have been dug up and moved and made new, but it was just a smooth over with just cement. And again, in the city charter, or I might be thinking of the wrong one, but I guess the formula, the policy is that, again, if there's a quarter size or perhaps cracks, anything of that nature that's on the sidewalk, it should be repaired, not just smooth over or just put small amounts of cement on there. I am disappointed as a citizen, own both dwellings in the city of Oak Park, and treated such a way that I thought I had that made me as though I did could not have any say-so in the matter, that the city would just go ahead and do it and tax me.
If it's any consolation to you, the mayor had 5 flags of cement in front of my house.
Okay.
Replaced, and I have the great honor of paying for them.
All right. Well, Your Honor, with all due respect, mine may have been different from yours, whereas you may have received more respect than me. So they just came out and just did it without, again, I inquired about it. So, and at that time I was off for almost a year. I had an RCT tear on the right shoulder. And that if there's any repairs made, that they couldn't possibly make it right now. Now, when I receive the bills, and I keep all of my invoices that are sent to the house, I came up here twice, once this year and once last year, and asked them if there's anything I could I could do in order to pay monthly, or
We do have a payment plan now.
okay, that payment plan, and I was informed about that, and I inquired about that, and they said, well, hold off, it's not here yet. This was last year, and this was maybe sometime February or March when I came up here, and they said, hold off on that. Now, I will make payments if I have to, but I did not see any invoices, or no one informed me to make these payments. So if there's any fines or penalties to be assessed, then I don't think I should bear those responsibilities, let alone bear the responsibility to making these fines because of improperly poured cement.
Mr. Taylor, thank you for speaking
Thank
to
you.
us. Please go out into the hall where a representative from the building department is there, and make sure that he understands what you're looking to achieve and what your issues are.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Thank you for coming.
Okay.
Pleasure meeting you. Anyone else? Anyone else wishing to speak about the... If no one else is here to speak at the public hearing, we will adjourn the public hearing, so we're continuing it, actually, not ending it, to Wednesday, May 8th, in compliance with the applicable provisions of the Michigan Open Meetings Act. The city clerk will post notice of the adjourned date and time of the meeting 18 hours prior to Wednesday, May 8th, at 7 o'clock. I will now close the public hearing. No, don't close the public hearing. Sorry, erase that. We'll have public comments. If anyone is here to make a public comment, give us your name and address, and limit your comments to about 3 minutes. We would love to hear from you. Anyone feeling courageous? All right. There being no further business, we will adjourn, not close this meeting, of the Oak Park City Council to May 8th, 2019 at 7 o'clock in the evening, and we invite you to please come back for a full meeting with a big agenda. Thank you so much for coming. Have a great evening, and y'all come back.